Hi and welcome back to the Dynamic Insights channel. It's been a while since I last made a post, and I've taken time to think about how to structure the content. I kept feeling I'm putting in different things and which are not related, and I thought maybe if I structured it, I could go deeper into one topic and be more helpful in your personal development. So I have thought that every week, in the 4 weeks that we have per month, I could focus on something different. So week 1 of every month, I will focus on career and business. So just that area of developing your career or developing your business, depending on which you are at. And on the second week, I will focus on building family and relationships. I have quite a bit of experience in that area, and I thought I would want to share some of those in the second week of every month. Then in the third week, to share content on health and wellness. It's a journey I've just begun, and I don't need to have gone far for me to walk along with you. And I'll be bringing in a guest who is more experienced in this area to just help us through that journey of improving our health and wellness. And the fourth week, we'll keep the book club running and have one book every month which we can interact with to grow in knowledge and also in networks, because the person that has written the book will join our network and help us to grow. So that's how I'll be structuring. And this being the first week of the month, I will start on the career and business development side. And I thought of starting with a very general concept. It's something I had put at the very beginning of the year in my vision board, and it's really helped me throughout the year. It's called Dare to Soar, Daring to Soar. And I thought of putting it in my vision board because of sometimes you get to some crossroads and you have to make choices, and sometimes we take the weaker choice because we are scared. We were scared of taking on the bigger challenge. So I put it there for myself to push myself further and to not fear growing beyond my comfort space. Yeah? So I thought I would share that. I will start with a quote from an author that has impacted my life quite a bit from when I was a teenager. It goes like this: get rid of that small town outlook. Why flutter around like a barnyard hen when you can soar the heights of an eagle? By St. Josemaria Escriva. It's a quote that has really shaped my professional life from when I was young in making my choices. And I want to unpack it now, because when you look at both sides, the barnyard hen and the eagle, that is actually the concept of either staying in your comfort zone or flying high. So when you look at the barnyard hen, it's a nice animal. We are not saying it's not a nice creature. We love it, especially on our plate. But if you look at the things that we copy from that little creature, one of them is, looking down and scratching all day. When you think of your life and all you're looking at the things below you or the things close to you, and you keep your eyes down and you don't tend to look up, and you keep scratching, meaning looking at very basic things the whole day, getting engaged and busy in just basic stuff, then it stops you from dreaming. It stops you from looking up. So we want to break that link with the hens by not scratching and looking down all day. The other thing that we may be copying from these barnyard hens is, being overprotective. I know the concept of a mother hen is not all the time negative, but many times it is, where you don't want the people who are associated with you to venture out. You make them think the world is not safe. When you're going to meetings, if it's in the office, you're telling them, don't talk too much, this boss is around. When new interns come to work, you tell them, here we tend to go softly. So you overprotect them and you limit their possibilities. So we want to break that and let people free, challenge them. When they're in your company, they know that when I'm in so-and-so's company, she challenges me or he challenges me to better heights, so that they go. So don't don't be a mother hen kind of person. Another thing we copy from the hens is keeping to a strict routine. The hens, if you keep any, or you've stayed around any, they come out at a specific time in the morning, and once it's dark, they do nothing else, So it's not bad to have a routine. It's actually a good thing. Forming habit is a good thing because it really helps you to work on autopilot on some things that must be done daily. But if you only stick to routine, there are so many things that you miss out. And when you need to stretch yourself, you can't do it because you are used to doing the same things the same way, even when they are not working for you. So you need to break that. You need to stop thinking routine all the time and know that you can challenge yourself to do things differently. Then the other thing about these hens that we may copy is the fact that they have wings, but they don't fly. They have wings like other birds. When you look at the structure of the wing, it looks like any other bird, and you wonder, okay, we can allow the hens to be. They were created that way. But if we look at it ourselves, we see that there are some things that we have in common with other people, and they are flying and we are not. And you want to ask yourself, what have I done with this degree that I have? What have I done with this skill that I have? Or with this capacity to speak, which somebody else is using to do so much, and why have I kept it to myself and not used it to fly? So let's break off that habit of having wings like the hens and not flying. Okay, so if we want to move from that barnyard hen kind of outlook and copy the eagles or associate ourselves more with the eagles, well, what can we pick from the eagles? The first thing, of course, that comes to mind is the fact that they have a sharp and wide vision. So looking far ahead, clarifying our vision and seeing beyond today. Where is the world going and how can I align myself? What are the upcoming opportunities and how can I align my vision? So I see wider, I see far, I see more clearly. So that's something we can pick from the eagles. We can also pick the idea of nesting very high. The eagles put their eggs on top of the trees very far up. Yeah? And if you look at the egg to be your dreams, then you want to nest high up, to put your eggs high up. I know it's risky and people will tell you, why have you put your dreams so high? What if you fail? Well, we say one egg will break. We can still lay another one. We still have 4 or 5 others in the nest, but I want to take the risk. I want to nest up there, and you can imagine there the eggs are safe from rodents and all these things that eat the ones that are on the ground. So put your dreams high, take the risk like an eagle. Then we can also, fly that strong wind below your wings. You fly higher, and in the skies up there, it's so clear. There's no crowding. You're actually beyond the trees and all these other distractions. So that's something else we can try to pick from the eagles. And one other final thing that I think we can also pick from them is the fact that they select and target their prey. They don't just go for everything. In fact, they really take their time to select. They'll perch on a tree and really focus and see when they are ready to get their target. Yeah? So when you're thinking about your goals or what you need to attack or what you need to achieve, make sure you are very selective and make it very targeted. You're not just going for anything and everything. So you've taken time to select that goal and to go for it swiftly like the eagle does. So those are the habits. So in order to move from hen to eagle, what are some of the things you need to maybe think about? And I'll put a framework together for you, and we can unpack this framework as the months roll by. I thought it's good to see the framework from the very beginning. And the first step in this framework is to get to know yourself. You can't plan for someone you don't know. So if you're a stranger to yourself, what is this that you're going to fly with? So know yourself. What are your strengths? What kind of temperament do you have? How do you react in different situations? And there's so many tools you can use, but maybe just start by reflecting and getting feedback from people on just getting to know what are the things that you're really good at and what kind of temperament do you have. The second step after you get to know yourself is to say yes to big dreams. When you have to make a choice and one is more scary than the other, take the scarier option. Just say yes to it, and don't just say a feeble, okay, let's go to the moon, okay. No, say yes, let's go to the moon, yes, let's get this done, yes. Say a very strong yes that comes right from your gut, with a lot of conviction. So that's the second step. Say a big yes, and to big dreams, scary ones. Then you're ready to move to the third step, where you define your inner motivation. Why do you want that dream? Why do you want to go to the moon? Why do you want to reach for the stars? Why? What's your personal reason? Let it not be money. Let it not be the fame or the acclamations you get from other people. Let it be something that is meaningful to you, something that lasts longer than those things. Because money comes, yes, you spend it, it goes. It helps, but it can't drive you when things really go tough, or when that money doesn't come. You may tend to just lose the conviction. So what is your inner why? And we'll look at this, as I said, later in the months to come, how to build your why. And it's really important in answering to those big dreams. So after you have your why, you need to then do an audit of what you need. For you to achieve those dreams, what do you need? And think widely. Think of the mindset that you need. What kind of mindset do you need to have for you to go for that dream that you have set for yourself? You can look at skills. Skills are things you may not have. Actually, the dream should be bigger than your current skills, so that you see, what skills do I need to learn? What courses do I need to sign up for or learn on YouTube or whatever? What kind of networks do I need? Which are the people I need to hang around with or look for? So all these things, capabilities, behaviors, branding, you look at all these things in, out, and we're going to again talk about this at a later date, of things that you need to achieve that dream. Okay? And after you have those things, you're ready to make an action plan. That's the final point. Make an action plan that captures all these things. Where will you start today? What will you do next week, next month, in a couple of months, next year, for you to walk towards that dream? So make that action plan, and of course, put the action plan into work. Make it work. Start taking action on whatever you have planned to do. They say you dream and then you wake up and get to work to achieve those dreams. So that's the framework. I hope you like it. Start on it already. Start getting to know yourself, reflecting, getting feedback. Start saying yes to big dreams, even on a daily basis when the option comes. Start choosing the bigger dream, okay? And you'll be on your way from moving from a barnyard hen to soaring the heights of an eagle. Thanks so much for watching this video. This is Irene Kinuthia, truly committed to being the cheerleader of your dreams. Dream it, build it, love it. Bye for now.